Hello, welcome to Three at the Back, episode 2. I'm Ben Kelly. To my left today, because I'm sat in a different seat to last week, is Jonathan Metcalfe and Joe Halloran, who's just sneezed and is looking like he's trying to recover from the sneeze.
He's struggling.
We've got lots to talk about today. So, what do you want to start? We've got an agenda here. So, there's no news this week. We normally cover news, but because we're off next week, there's not going to be an episode next week. We've got too much to talk about in such little time. I know, so much to say in such little time. So we're not going to be covering any news. We're just going to jump straight into it, and the first sort of topics are going to be the reactions from this weekend's games. And the big game reaction is, of course, Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0, which was dubbed as the biggest game ever in history by Sky Sports. And
Red Monday.
Red Monday.
Let's hope we never hear that again.
And it just makes me laugh because now, today, Sky have got into their marketing team and said, right, okay, we need to advertise Chelsea Man United on Sunday. Yeah. And they've gone, well, we've blown our budget for the season. Because
the return.
We've blown our budget for the season on Red Monday. Oh well. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, the game itself.
Red Monday. John, what was your initial? What's your overall reaction?
Where do I start? Well, there's not much to start because nothing really happened. It was just
really happened.
Boring.
Just
boring.
Awful. Poor performance from both sides. Really. United came and did their job, but
it was more boring, I think, for you guys from a neutral point of view.
Yeah, it was a boring game.
It was a boring game, but it flew by for me.
It didn't for me.
No, it was just a lot of, are they going to go in the box? Oh, no, he's shot. Oh, and it's gone into Rosad.
Skied it onto a Merseyside rooftop.
We've got a few talking points.
Hit one of those lights.
The general...
They can't perform the same magic they did last week now. Those lights.
It was under the lights. I was optimistic.
Under the lights of Anfield, nothing happened.
The You'll Never Walk Alone was pretty good. I was pretty impressed.
But that wasn't even during the game.
That was the best thing.
The best part of the game was the save.
Yes.
Well, so the De Gea saves.
As highlights go,
the whole
that's
game.
Like, it was.
The whole game overall, from a Liverpool point of view, was just so frustrating because as much as I hate Mourinho for turning up and parking the bus, playing for a point and getting it, he's entitled to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He is. So, and he comes and he does it. I don't like the fact that he did it because I think if you are Manchester United manager and that's what you're doing at Anfield, I think you should be ashamed of yourself. But at the same time, he is entitled to do it, and he did it, and that's on us for not breaking them down. They've got out of jail a couple of times with De Gea's saves. The second one in particular from Coutinho.
The one from Chan was pretty good.
The one from Chan was a fantastic start.
Was superb.
Oh, yeah.
But the one from Coutinho was something special.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he gets there. He's like a panther. He just jumps.
Well, yeah. He was the only United player alive to the fact that Coutinho was going to shoot.
I didn't expect him to shoot. It came out of nothing.
Well, I did because I see him shoot every week.
Right,
and half of them hit Rose.
I can't argue with
and
you.
Half of them go in the top corner. They're very rarely saved. And then we had the biggest opportunity for me was the Firmino one with 6 minutes to go. And Valencia made a fantastic tackle.
Yeah.
I've got to say. I don't mind Antonio Valencia. He's one of the few Manchester United players I don't mind. Him and Herrera, I don't mind.
Herrera had a good game. He got man of the match, didn't he?
Good game, man of the match. Very well spoken after the game. But the whole... It felt like a loss.
Yeah.
For me, it felt like a loss.
2 points drop.
But for United... Well, no.
No.
I'll come on to that. For us, it felt like a loss, but for United fans, it felt like a win, and that just really highlights where the two clubs are at the moment, I think, in terms of getting results. Having said that, it did feel like a loss initially last night. This morning, I've sort of woken up, and I think overall, it's probably, based on the game, it's probably a good point in terms of how the game was. If Ibrahimovic scores that header, and he goes 1-0 to United, I'm sorry, but we lose that game 1-0.
Well, that's pretty self-explanatory there.
No, it's not.
Exactly.
because that's 9 minutes into the second half. What I'm saying is the balance of the game, there weren't many chances. I think even just 9 minutes into the half, even if it scores there, I think we lose that game 1-0.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it was always one goal was going to win it. So I think overall, Liverpool's performance,
you're going to take it.
Yeah, I think take a point. We're 2 points off the leaders. We're in the top 4. Given the way we performed, we just didn't click, and I think we should be thankful that
you played better than United, but you didn't play exceptionally well.
The first half belonged to United.
First half was United's. Yeah,
then,
Liverpool did come into it a little bit in the second half, but United went there and they did the job. To be fair, magically, but they did it.
One of the other things that really affected the game, I thought, was Adam Lallana, and I say the first half belonged to United. I think the second half belonged more to us because Adam Lallana came on for Daniel Sturridge, and I think Lallana's pressing. We look more like the team then that we've been all season. Once Lallana had come on, and that's when after Lallana, that's all when the chance came and the Coutinho save and the Firmino. That came after Lallana came on, and I think it just proves really how key of a player Lallana is. The other thing to think about is what do you think of Daniel Sturridge at the moment? Because
I don't think he works.
I think he really ruins the style because he's far too static for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like him as a player. I think he's way too selfish.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a team player. I think he's just...
Is he turned into a bit of a Balotelli up front?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't move enough.
I think he's a waste of space.
I feel
you see it for England as well.
Space, he doesn't.
I feel like we're playing with a man down. The difference, giving all the credit to Lallana there, the difference that Lallana makes is that when Lallana plays in midfield, we push Coutinho out to the left and we put Firmino up front. And what Firmino does, Firmino makes a lot of runs that drag defenders all over the place and create that space, and that's why the chances were coming in after Lallana came on. It's not all Lallana, we're not relying on Lallana, but imagine having to rely on Adam Lallana.
That's banana.
Bet you never thought you'd say that like 2 years ago, would you?
Reliant on Lallana.
But Sturridge doesn't do that. Sturridge is far too static. So there's a lot left. There's far fewer gaps when Sturridge is on the pitch because he isn't dragging Bailey out wide and doing all that, which is why I think Lallana, the introduction of Lallana made a massive difference.
At the end of the second half, you were just dominating, really. I think the first 10 minutes of the second half, United looked strong, and then after that, pretty much after that, Ibrahimovic.
Yeah,
I think it was just chance after chance after chance after chance.
But the first half in particular, I know it did belong to United in terms of possession and battling for the ball, but the quality was dire. I can't think of a chance in the first half.
I think the quality was pretty dire throughout. I mean, it improved a little bit in the second half.
Can you think of a chance in the first half?
Liverpool, we had one corner. There was one corner in the whole game. It was our corner. In the whole first half, there was one corner.
Well, in the first half, Pogba hit it into Rose's head. That's all I remember because I was thinking, oh my God.
Ibra did the same when he took that free kick.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
About 40 yards out straight on. He's like, no.
Flashbacks to Harry Kane in the Euros.
I'll shoot. And then skies it. It's like, yeah, Ibra, please.
There was... throughout the whole of the game, Karius didn't have to make a save. Really? So we can say United play well. But
no, they didn't. I don't think they did.
No, they did. Well, they came and they controlled certain stages of the game because they came and set up defensively. They were playing 6 at the back in certain stages.
So to play a certain way and playing well was a distinct difference. They set up well, but they didn't play well.
I thought Pogba was poor again, except for that cross.
We were saying last week how he should be starting further forward. He did just that.
And did not
again
work.
Non-existent.
And I happen to have an article loaded up here. It was almost as if discussing Pogba was on an agenda right in front of me.
Oh no, it's completely improvised.
We've got here an article from the Daily Mirror, 7 dreadful statistics from the game last night that sum up Paul Pogba's performance. So statistic number 1, he played a grand total of 38 passes in the game. That's less than 1 every 2 minutes. In terms of a dominating player in midfield, that's not what you pay 89 million for.
Spreads passes.
Out of those passes, he had a 71% completion rate, 63 touches in the whole of the game. His average is 89 touches per game this season. So
See, these stats wouldn't be that bad if he wasn't worth what he's worth.
89 million. He only won 46% of his duels. The first time this season, he's lost more duels in a match than he's won.
He got absolutely bullied in midfield.
That's not good. That's not good.
He had 2 long shots, and his average this season is 3.3 shots per match. I don't like that stat. That's just a nothing stat for me. So I'll give him a bit of credit there. That's a nothing stat. And he created 1 chance, which was that chance.
And he cleared it.
There's a really funny picture there.
I mean, that was a peach of a ball as well. That's what he can do.
I know. That is what he can do when he's creative.
But he just got bullied.
I know. He was bullied.
He was dominated.
By Jordan Henderson.
What he's meant to be doing in that midfield is what's happening to him. He's getting absolutely nothing. He's getting nothing. He's giving nothing. He's just non-existent. He's a traffic cone.
The final stat: he had 1 touch in the Liverpool opposition box. He had 1 touch in the whole game. 1 touch. I can't think about when it would have been.
It would have been.
It would have been
like a bad cross or something. I don't know.
So
he's got
that's Paul Pogba's night, which again makes me laugh because he was just terrible. Even though the game was terrible on a whole, but it's funny when you're 89 million.
When you're an 89 million player, it's someone you expect to step up. If
anything's good about Pogba playing forward is that Herrera got a start and played very well.
I think Herrera's a good player. I think he's a very good player for United. I think he should start more. But
should we move on to Man City versus Everton?
Go on, John, take it away. What did you think?
Well, missed penalties, really. What more can you say? Stecklenburg had a superb game.
Did he save both of them or some of them?
He saved both of them.
Did he?
Both pretty much the same height.
Some of them.
Same place.
Why does Aguero keep missing penalties? What is that?
Because he's shaken. He's absolutely shaken when it comes to taking penalties. I don't know what's triggered it. It might have been when he missed 2 penalties against Starbucks at the start of the season.
Did he?
Yeah. In a playoff match.
5-0.
They won 5. He got a hat-trick and he missed 2 penalties. It was incredible.
Well, he could have got 5 then, couldn't
he? He's got it in his head that he can't take a penalty. A year ago, for the past 4 years, he's been incredible at penalties. When last year, Aguero gets a penalty, he steps up to it, you're thinking this is going in, bottom corner. And now, when we were listening to the game on Soccer Saturday, and we heard Aguero stepping up to take the penalty, he's going to miss this.
Yeah.
We say he's going to miss this, and sure enough, he did. He's just got it in his head, this bug in his head that he can't take a penalty anymore.
What about De Bruyne?
Did De Bruyne
go off? Why didn't De Bruyne take the second penalty?
Because he missed the first one.
I think because he missed the first one. Yeah, Aguero didn't start. So Aguero was probably the first choice penalty taker, and he came on.
Okay.
But I think De Bruyne's miss was just a bit out of character. I don't think that's pointing to a problem with him. He doesn't miss a bus, lad.
I must say, I must say the stats for this game are quite
incredible.
Quite
78% possession or something.
72.6% possession in favour of Man City.
We
19 shots total, 8 on target, 6 blocks, 5 off target, 86% passing accuracy.
This has happened so many times before in recent years. We dominate clubs and can't score a goal. Can't score goals. I mean,
13 corners.
It's incredible. But we dominated them. We hammered them. They defended very well. They hit us on the counter attack.
Phil Jagielka was probably man of the match, despite giving away 2 penalties. Phil Jagielka had a fantastic game for Everton.
Yeah.
Him and Ashley Williams. I must say, I'm very impressed with Everton defensively this season. Mm-hmm. They brought in Ashley Williams, and obviously they've been working at it over the summer, and they do look a lot more solid than under Martinez last season. They look
Martinez is terrible at defending. Exactly. He always has been.
Yeah.
Nah, but Everton have got a lovely defence to look at. You got Seamus Coleman.
Oh, he's a looker, isn't he?
No. I mean, just generally, like looking at the play on paper, like that is just solid. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. Leighton Baines.
Does it make you happy?
You do. That defence makes me happy because Ashley Williams is sick.
Warms me cockles.
Jagielka's like just. They're all a bit old, but they're all just great. Like they've got probably one of the oldest defences in the league. But I just like them. I really like Leighton Baines as well.
Expert analysis. They're old, but they're great.
The problem Everton have is 2 problems. A is Ross Barkley because he's terrible. but they kind of have to keep him in the side because they have no other options.
Yeah.
Did you see? I don't know whether I told you about the guy that I listened to who phoned it. You know, the TalkSport have those phone-ins, and he phoned up after Everton lost away at Bournemouth. I think it was just before the international break.
Not show me.
Yeah. And he said they asked him what do you think of Ross Barkley? And he was a proper scout, but I'm not going to do the accent. And he just went, do you know what he's like? He's like, do you know when you get a puppy and like you've got to look after it and it annoys you and you've got to look after it but you don't really want it around? That's what Ross Barkley's like on a football pitch. You don't want to look after it but you've got to, otherwise it'll die.
Otherwise it'll die.
And that sums up Ross Barkley.
If you don't play Ross Barkley, he'll die.
And I'm like, fair play to you, mate, because if you're carrying a player like that who plays in such a crucial position, the pitch number 10, then you are going to struggle. And the other thing you've got to, if Everton lose Ronaldo Lukaku,
it's almost like Pogba.
It's almost like Pogba. But you haven't paid 89 million for Ross Barkley.
That's what makes it.
Imagine somebody paid 89 million for Ross Barkley.
How much do you reckon he'd go for? Someone to buy him. I'd still be able to get like 30.
If we went in, if we went in
20,
for him,
25?
we'd probably have to pay 89
30,
million.
I'd probably say. 89, did you just say?
No, I said if City had to go in for him, they probably have to pay 89 million.
Well, yeah, because City is stupid.
But,
thank you.
You'd probably be looking at more like 35 because he's English.
Yeah,
yeah.
More.
How old is he? Like
I reckon
23?
he'd be more around the 40 mark. Young English players.
But he's out of form.
Ridiculously, I don't care. He's just
Regardless, he's been out of form for a couple of years. He's not the player. Raheem Sterling's coming back now, but he's kind of doing what Raheem Sterling did, where he was very good at Liverpool, and then his last season at Liverpool and his first season at City, he just never looked like the player he was. And now Raheem Sterling's starting to show signs of the player he should be. But Barkley started off very bright and then never.
He was supposed to be like Rooney, wasn't he? But he's like he's Rooneyed before being good.
He's Rooney, yeah. He started off as Rooney, and he's just become the Rooney, the player Rooney is
Rooney
now very
expected.
early in his career. Yeah.
You've got to give it to him. He's become the Rooney we expected him to be.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Everton will probably replace him with Rooney. They'll probably sell him and buy a 37-year-old Rooney in about 2 years' time.
I enjoy that.
But so is it a good point in the end, John? The City game.
I think it's a good point in the respect that Everton played very well.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that we only got a point, again, we played some fantastic football. And it shows signs that Pep Guardiola's team is coming together. And
is it?
Yeah.
It's a draw, the sign.
A loss and a draw on the bounce.
With a draw, we've played well. We've played good football.
It's all well playing good football, but if you're not getting results, what's the point?
Liverpool and Manchester United drew, but didn't play good football, either of them. And it's not going forward. Exciting.
For me, it's already come together. You won the first 6 games. The football, the team is already coming together.
There's clearly some issues.
I wouldn't be optimistic with a draw. I'd be worried.
I'm not worried. I'm really not worried.
I don't know. It's Everton, mate.
Oh.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's coming together.
We beat United away from home.
Yeah.
So he's done you that.
For me,
we've not played them.
For me,
they drew with Tottenham. To be fair,
for me, we drew Tottenham away. And to be honest, what I was going to say about the Liverpool United game is, I think being at home is something that allows United to set up and do what they did and park the bus. Bizarrely, I mean, I'll probably mean to eat my words, but I think the away fixture at United will suit Liverpool a lot better because United can't park the bus at home.
You don't know Mourinho if you don't think he'll not park the bus at home.
But if you do that in front of your own fans, nah.
Yeah,
so I have
know
a feeling. So, but for me, the Everton game for City, it's the same as Liverpool last night. It's a missed opportunity.
It's a missed opportunity, but I'm not like scowling over it.
For me, it's 2 points dropped.
Oh yeah, I agree. But I'm not losing sleep. I'm not scowling over it. I'm just saying.
You could be 4 points ahead of Liverpool rather than 2.
You play a team like Everton.
But at the same time, we could be level on points and 6 points ahead of United.
You could say the same thing about all of Arsenal and Tottenham's points.
both games were big, as in Liverpool United and City Everton were big missed opportunities really for both teams. And I think fortunately for Liverpool, the other teams around them dropped points.
Yeah.
Apart from Chelsea. Did Chelsea win?
No, I don't care about Chelsea.
Yes.
Chelsea beat Leicester. Okay.
Okay,
So apart from Chelsea, everybody else dropped points, which I think benefited Liverpool. But for City, you had a chance there to go 2 points clear at the top, and you just didn't take your chances.
But I'm not.
It's one of them.
We move on.
Yeah, you do move on.
We've got to move on.
You've got to.
Should we go into a game that wasn't boring?
What, that loss away at Newcastle?
4-goal thriller.
4-goal thriller.
Yeah, at least it wasn't boring.
It was pretty boring.
3/4 of those goals went
really.
in for Newcastle.
For Newcastle. So, Newcastle 3, Brentford 1. Joe, take it away. Did you cry a little bit?
It was disappointing.
It was disappointing.
I expected the loss, so I wasn't that heartbroken, but I would have preferred not to have any hope from the 16th minute. When it goes 2-0 down in 16 minutes, it was sort of like, well, this isn't fun, is it? This is
This is game over.
I am not having a good time.
Yeah, so defensively we were poor. There was balls getting chucked into the box and the two centre-backs didn't know what to do. Gale, who's about 5'1", was jumping like a salmon, getting heads in the back of the net. John Joe Shelby was pinging him around like skulls in 1990. He wasn't good then.
Early 2000s Paul Scholes.
Yeah, it was poor.
It was poor. I must say, I didn't watch the game because it was time for that, but I did watch the highlights, and you did look just stubborn at the back. The second goal, Gale has so much space in the box because it sort of comes in, it's headed down, and Gale's in the box, and nobody seems to rush out to him. Nothing. He just seems to have a lot of space and finishes it, and it just seems stubborn. That's the. They're not committing. I don't know who your centre backs are. Sorry,
Harley Dean and John Egan.
Well, they just seem.
They're quite tall lads as well. I'd expect them to be quite dominant in the air, but they haven't come across a John Joe Shelby this season who is able to, from 40 yards out, ping a ball point blank onto a player's, not on the player's head, but a great ball. We've not come across that. There's the rarity a play like that is in the Championship. It's only because an amazing team has come down this season that players of that calibre is playing in the Championship, and they were shooken by it. They didn't expect it, and 11 minutes in, they were dominated by a very good team. It
is a tough one, but Newcastle away is always a tough game.
I never expected to win. I expected a bit more of a fight.
Yeah.
Even after our goal by big Scotty Hogan. It was nothing happened after that. It was like we had some quite a good attacking chances really, but there was nothing to them.
There was nothing there. It just never felt like it was going to happen because we went 2-0 down so early.
Play like a right back, right mid, attacking right mid, and he sometimes plays well, but that game he did not play well. He was just the ball. He didn't get many chances, but when he did, he just didn't do anything. What Scott Hogan needs is delivery, and no one delivered him. No one delivered any balls to him. And he got a goal pretty much out of nothing, Scotty, and well done to him. 3-1.
Best striker in England.
He's the best striker in England and second top goal scorer in the Championship.
It's the one that matters, not the three. It's the one.
Well, yeah.
Scott Hogan's goal.
John Joe Shelby has got the most assists this season. Who has got the second most assists?
Some Brentford player that you were telling me about before.
Lewis McLeod.
Lewis McLeod.
Rangers legend. It's spelled like McLeod.
Yeah, it is.
So it's not like clouds in the sky.
Scottish.
What?
It's Scottish.
Yeah, it's Scottish.
It's Scottish.
Yeah, it's from Rangers. From the youth team.
Ah.
Well, that's pretty standard.
Well, that's my opinion. There's not much excitement for this game really. Newcastle played well. We didn't. The scoreline reflects that. We're now 9th in the league.
Yep.
Luckily, a lot of results went our way. Bristol City and Birmingham both lost. I think it was on the Friday they played, and they both lost, which was nice because they're 5th and 6th. If they would have won, it would be quite disappointing. But so that's a bit of a every cloud, silver lining.
Every McLeod.
Every McLeod. Yeah, to be fair, you're still 2 points. It's very tight there, actually. You're still 2 points off the playoffs. With Reading and Sheffield Wednesday both, sandwiching you between 6th and 9th.
Yeah.
It's all to play for. It is.
It is. It's never over.
You're at Leeds tonight. Are you at Leeds? No, you're
No,
at Derby
Derby.
tonight.
McLaren.
McLaren. And then Barnsley on the weekend. But Derby's a tough fixture. But you don't be expected to be.
Derby's a tough fixture.
Oh,
They're like
McLaren in
19th
charge.
in the league, and
McLaren
McLaren's a
in charge.
liability.
Well,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. They've got some good players. They've got like Will Hughes, and I think they've still got
we've
that.
been pushing for playoffs the recent seasons.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So to say it's an easy fixture, come on.
Oh no, I think we can win. But anyway, that's
And then Barnsley at home, you'd expect to win, surely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, move on.
2 wins would be lovely. That would put us right in the playoffs.
It will put you right in the playoff mix.
Let's
It certainly would.
let's crack on.
We'll crack on to the Champions League, and again we're going to come to you, John, because City have potentially their biggest game of the season so far. Would you say? On paper, when you look at
on paper,
if you could
I'd
think
say
of
so.
if you could think of a bigger you couldn't think of a bigger team to go and play away from home. Barcelona versus Chelsea, Manchester City is tomorrow night. Or tonight, if you're listening now. We're recording Tuesday. We're recording
7 years ago with you.
We're recording
Watching
24
on
hours
Dave.
before you listen to this. So what are you expecting, John? What are you hoping for? What do you think is the best you can get out of this game?
What I'm hoping
realistically,
for is for us to go there and to try and get something. Because we're being written off left, right, front and centre, aren't we? It's Barcelona. It's one of the best teams, probably arguably the best team in the world. We've got to go there and we've got to fight. That's what we've got to do. And it's the same with any big club we've faced in the Champions League in previous years. We've got to go there, we've got to show that we mean business, and we've got to try and get a result. And if we can, I'll be very happy.
is it likely that the Pep thing's going to help you? Do you think bringing a team, Pep bringing a new team back to Barcelona?
I think
You
just
feel
having
like-
Pep on
it's
the
a big game for
sideline-
Pep.
Yeah, it is a big
think-
game. You can't afford to go out and get embarrassed.
No.
a 3-0
No.
loss.
No Brendan Rodgers.
No Brendan Rodgers. No Brendan Rodgers. Yeah, you can't afford to do
No,
that.
I think just having Pep on the sidelines for a game like this is fantastic because his energy is unmatchable. It's fantastic, and when you're playing a team like Barcelona, you're going to be expecting your backs against the wall. You need someone like Pep Guardiola, if you can say his name, to be on the sideline, geeing up the team. And his energy, I think, will bring. He'll ask for fight. He'll ask for energy. He'll ask for. I've said energy 5 times, but that's what he wants. That's what he wants every game. He doesn't want the team to relax. He doesn't want the team to give up. He will instill this fight into the team, and that's positive to take into the game.
Yeah, I think last season you have to go and try. That's the main thing. Last season you were criticised for your performance away at Real Madrid in the semi-final. But I don't think Pep's going to let them do that.
That's exactly it.
I think that's the mentality.
Imagine
that
if
got
Pep
this season.
was
completely
on
different.
the sideline for that Real Madrid game.
Oh well, I think it would have been a very different game.
Very
In fact,
different.
I think obviously 0-0 from the first leg. I think with Pep there, I think you would have got a goal in that game, and all of a sudden it's a very different tie, and suddenly you could be playing a Champions League final. But that's gone. But what you have to do is go to these games with the intention of trying to get a win. You can't just set up and hope for. You can't do a United.
I was about to say that.
And play
United
for a draw.
What score do you predict, and what score would you realistically want? If you get what I'm saying.
Realistically, it's a solid 5-0 away win. Let's
That's a hard
do
question
to
to answer.
Barcelona what Barcelona did to Celtic. That made me happy.
That'll
So we'll go with
tell them all.
what would you predict, honestly,
What would I predict?
if you were Merson on Sky Sports?
Oh no, God, no!
What would you
Whatever I
predict?
predict if I was Merson would be the opposite outcome. I think I'd have to say. Oh, it's so hard. I think 3-1 Barcelona.
So you think you're going to get a
think-
goal?
I think we'll get a goal.
Do you think you
I
can
do.
concede 3?
I do.
Mind you conceded 3 against Celtic, didn't you? So
Yeah.
probably going to concede 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bat 3-1 to
I
Barcelona.
can see 3-1. I can see maybe nicking a 2-2.
I would take that every day of the week.
I
Like
can
I say,
see-
if we go there and we get a point,
I can see City getting a draw.
I can see them getting. I can see them getting a draw. I don't think they can get 2 past their defence.
I'm going to predict a 2-2.
If we go out there and play, and just play, face them, fight them toe to toe, then we could get something from this game. We really could. But
Yeah, it's very
it's hard.
it is very tight. yeah, I don't know, something about De Bruyne instills confidence in you, I think.
Well, not in front of that penalty spot.
Well, no, but I think he's just so creative.
Yeah,
and I think you can get a draw, whether it's 1-1, 2-2. I think there'll be goals. So
goals.
But
I'd be surprised to see a 0-0.
I'm thinking a 2-2 draw.
I'd probably say 3-1. How about you? But what would you? Do you think you can get a win? Do you think you can get a win, or is a draw your maximum?
I think we could get a win. I think we could.
What, like 2-1?
Slightly. It depends how we play. I mean, we've seen two different sides on multiple occasions this season.
Don't see you getting a win, sorry.
No, I realistically don't, but
it's always nice to hope, isn't it?
It could always happen. It's happened before in the Champions League where we've gone to Bayern Munich a few years ago. We went there, we were 2-0 down early on, we won 3-2, you know. It could happen. It's Champions League, anything could happen. Under the lights at the new camp, anything could happen.
We'll have a brief discussion with the Arsenal game. They're playing Ludogorets. We all
7-0
to win 7.
Ludogorets.
Regrets.
Full of regrets.
Regrets entering the Champions League.
Yeah, this is.
They'll win now.
If they do not win,
if Arsenal don't win,
I don't want Wenger for the England job.
Wenger out. I want the Ludogorets manager for the England job.
Have you done a kit for them, John?
I've not.
Oh, you should.
I've done plenty of weird kits, but
John's going to do. John has a YouTube channel, Metcalfe Designs.
Plug. Metcalfe Designs. You should check it out.
Yeah. But he's going to do a Ludogorets. He does like concept kits. Do one of those. Do one of those for the game tomorrow, please. Anyway. And that can be our background in our YouTube video.
No.
And move on to the weekend games. Our teams. None of them are particularly eye-catching, I've got to say.
Yeah.
The big game of the weekend that I've chosen out of the three, the options were Liverpool, West Brom, Brentford, Barnsley, or the one I went for, Man City, Southampton. It's probably the best one out of the three. The big game of the weekend, you'd say, is Chelsea, Man United, with the whole he's back.
The
return. Even though he was only there a year ago.
He won the title with them. And then he won the title with them.
He had a bit of a wobble.
A bit of a wobble.
Bit of a sexist wobble against the female doctor.
Oi.
That's why he lost the dressing room.
Oh yeah, he's just.
He's just a dickhead.
Yeah.
He says what we're all thinking.
Yeah, he is. He is a dickhead.
So, John, we'll just do short score predictions because we've still got a bit to cover. Score prediction: Man City versus Southampton.
1-0.
Yeah, I fancy City at home.
Getting at least.
But Everton are resilient defensively, and that showed.
Yeah.
At the weekend we only got one.
Yeah, I must say,
I think
your attacking prowess, your strikers are not particularly, at the recent times, not playing particularly well, not getting as many goals.
Yeah. I mean,
they sit 8th, Southampton, in the league, 12 points, which is, to be honest, higher up than I thought.
Well, maybe 1-0 is a fair observation.
They're doing well. They're a team, and when teams like that are playing well, defending well, come to the Etihad, it's always a frustrating occasion. But I think
I'd say 2-0.
I don't think they've quite got the quality of Everton.
This is the early Sunday game.
Yes.
So Liverpool, West Brom already played. We've got the Saturday tea time game, which is less than ideal. But I think we'll recover from Monday. To be honest, I think at the end of the day, we'll probably go into training today and say,
that was shite, lads.
We'll take the point, and then we'll recover and
Clop out.
Well, if we lose to West Brom, it'll start, won't it?
Yeah.
But I think we're in touch with the leaders. West Brom at home. It starts a very kind run of fixtures for us.
Oh, really? Well, you've had quite a harsh at the start of the season.
Exactly.
You did extremely well.
So our fixtures now, we're looking West Brom, Palace away, Watford at home, Southampton away, Sunderland at home, Bournemouth away, West Ham at home, Middlesbrough away, and then the next tough with inverted commas, is Everton away on the 19th of December. So that's the run that we've got now. So it starts off on paper, kind run of fixtures, which I'm happy about. So I'm going to go with this one. I think 3-1 to Liverpool. I think it should majority be comfortable.
You'd like to hope so, wouldn't
You'd like to hope so against West Brom at home. Brentford Barnsley, Joe. Saturday, 3 o'clock, standard.
Standard.
I think we'll win. It's Barnsley.
Barnsley.
You'd like to believe.
I think we'll win. It's Barnsley. Come on, it's Barnsley.
Famous last words there.
It's
We're actually quite good at scoring quite a lot of goals, so I'm not going to say like a 1-0 because it's a.
Well, especially at home.
Well, yeah, I'd. Daniel Bentley's a great keeper. Like, crap against Newcastle, but let's just. Defence was caused his concedings, but he didn't particularly play well. If he plays well, like he has done all season, 2-0.
2-0.
2-0 against Barnsley.
Clean sheet. Even after that defending on Saturday.
Barnsley haven't got a John Joe Shelvey.
No.
So I'm pretty confident we can get the win. We can turn it around. It's against Newcastle. It's an expected loss. Barnsley an expected win. We'll go there. We'll grab 3 points.
Hunky dory happy days.
Hunky dory happy days.
Let's all go on.
Playoff zones and then Premier League. Here we come.
Hey, you're happy with that? So you're going 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
There you go.
Chelsea Man United. Just quickly score predictions. Go, Joe.
2-1 United.
2-1 United. Away at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Interesting.
1-1.
I was going to go 1-1, but I'll change it now. I'll go 2-2.
Oh,
he's going for the Desmond.
so no one thinks Chelsea's going to win.
Diego Costa. I know. I just don't fancy the moment. Diego Costa to bite off Pogba's ear. You heard it here first. We'll move on to the last group of games, the FL Cup.
I'm looking at the agenda and I'm wondering why Brentford aren't here. And you know why? It's because they got knocked out from Exeter in the first round, 1-0.
Where? At Griffin's Park?
No, at Exeter.
Oh, God, I was going to
But still not good enough.
Yeah, I know.
It's an Exeter. That's fine.
It was away.
It's a tough place.
Well, it's the magic of the cup.
To be fair, it's the lights of Exeter Stadium.
the lights of insert stadium here.
So, the big EFL Cup clashes are, of course, Manchester United versus Man City on the Wednesday, Liverpool versus Tottenham on the Tuesday. We'll start with Manchester United versus Manchester City at Old Trafford. John.
Yes.
Is this a priority? No.
It's just not.
Is this a game where if you lose, are you going to care that much?
I think I'll care a little
Well,
bit.
you've got to care, it's a derby.
It's Manchester United.
Do you think
it's a rivalry,
United
but
care more about this game than you do?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
After the result in the league against us,
They need it.
Come back, and I think they'll just want to win more than us.
So based on that,
But
do you think you could lose this? Do you think you could do you think you could?
I think we could lose. I think it'll probably be a reserves against reserves kind of game.
Could you? Yeah.
I
Could you
don't
get
think-
knocked out here
because
and go? Oh well. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I think we.
It's one of them, innit?
I think it's a tough game when we drew them. I said before the draw, I said, we're probably going to get United here, let's be honest. About 15 people on Twitter said, probably going to get United here, let's be honest. And lo and behold, we did. And it's a tough draw. Tough draws happen.
It's
a
quite
tough game.
funny.
Beside the fact that it's a derby, it's a tough game full stop, and
It
we
is.
could very possibly lose. But like I said, I think it's going to be more of a reserves against reserves game because of the condensed schedule.
I could see a draw, then obviously going into
Going extra
extra time
time.
and penalties. Maybe it ends in penalties. I could see that.
But
Yeah.
I mean, there could be two very new look
United part of
sides.
us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We don't know how the two sides are going to look and how therefore they're going to play. So it's hard to decide.
Can
this
you part,
game. It's
can
very-
you part
it's
the
very-
bus though for
very
120
hot.
minutes?
It is
If you're
Mourinho. It
if
is
you're
Mourinho.
If
Yeah.
you're Mourinho,
His
you can.
bosses.
The funny thing is about
Big
these
buses.
fixtures.
It's hard to
is-
shoot over a bus.
John, score prediction for Man United Man City, please.
2-1 after extra time.
2-1 extra.
1-1 after full
two-
time. United.
To United.
To United.
United. Joe.
1-1 United win on penalties.
1-1 United win on penalty.
No.
After
penalties,
Aguero
that'll be
and
fine.
De Bruyne both sky them.
missed, yeah.
I'm going to go with. I don't want to sit on the fence. That's my problem. I'm going to go with 2-1.
Get it out.
2-1 Man City.
Okay, so
okay.
I can see a repeat. Right. That's everything. We've covered everything. We've got through everything. How long are we on, Joe? How long have we been?
45 minutes.
Oh, we're not
that's
as long.
good. That's actually-
That's not as long as I thought we were.
No, it's fine.
It's slightly longer than last week.
Well, thank you very much for listening. We are off for a week next week because it's half term and we can't get into college and record.
If you can't survive, we've got a hotline. Set up a hotline if you're struggling to survive without 3 at the back.
Yeah, but I'm not giving out my mobile number, mate. So we're back. The next episode will be Wednesday, November 2nd, where we'll cover. We'll discuss a little bit of what we discussed, but that's going to be a big show if we discuss everything.
Yeah.
So we'll just probably discuss the weekend before and the weekend after. We'll figure it out close to the time. But yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday, November 2nd. Have a fantastic 2 weeks, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Enjoy your Halloween.